Hey, thank you.
Continuing with our news for seniors now, here's something of interest to everyone, brain health. For those of you interested in maintaining your brain health and cognitive function, Nort Beckerman will be presenting Elements of Brain Health later the same day, June 14th, starting at 7 p.m. The discussion will take place at Walter Reed Community Center. To register and for more information, give them a call, 703-228-0949. Bluegrass music now at Lee Senior Center.
Yes,
Daniel.
Lee Senior Center is the home of several senior musical groups. The center is hosting a special event featuring sweet bluegrass music performed by the Just Plain Country Music Group, which rehearses regularly at Lee. The Sweet Bluegrass Social will take place, well, Friday, June the 17th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Lee, and there is no fee. For more information, just give them a call at 703-228-0555.
All right, newspapers, magazines, the internet, and television are full of stories about Alzheimer's disease. To date, there is no known cure, but recent research is suggesting that someday it might be possible to delay the onset of Alzheimer's and slow its progression or even prevent it altogether. For the latest information, join seniors on Monday, June 20th at 2 in the afternoon at Aurora Hills Senior Center to hear a free presentation by senior adult specialist Nancy Connors. For more information, give them a call, 703-228-5722 for information and registration. Daniel.
And yes, and of course we want to thank Judy Massobny for sending these senior stories out to us. We really appreciate Judy. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Judy. We appreciate your help. And now to wrap up this tribute to Hank edition of the Arlington Weekly News, here's some of Hank's real good friends, Pia and Amy Sue, and sending Hank off with a pancake tribute or something like that. Pia.
And who do we have next? Amy Sue Huey and Justine Huey for Father's Day, and Hank's going away and everything else, and take it away.
Well, thank you, Miss Pia, and thank you, Justine. Now, as many of you may remember, well, a good 16 years ago we figured out, when I was turning, what, I guess, 10. Anyways, right before I went on the Montel Williams show, you may remember there was a little fire here on the set that led me to being on the Montel Williams show. I was crazy back then, young, wild, carefree. I was trying to catch a man in Texas, trying to be Miss Texas and prove that I could cook for a man in Texas by making pancakes here on the Arlington Weekly News and sending him the video. Well, needless to say, once you catch a studio on fire, well, poof, that relationship kind of goes up in flames too. However, people from the Montel Williams show did have me on to talk about, dating in the 90s. And that man, he went running. But anyways, my husband right now, Rob, did I say right now? My wonderful husband, Rob, he cooks, and baby, he is wonderful. So anyways, we, as a tribute to Hank for going away, we are going to reenact that fateful night 16 years ago when I made pancakes on the set. And Hank, baby, I'm going to prove to you that 16 years later, I can keep you from having to use that fire extinguisher, because the night 16 years ago, I had a hot plate. Now, this is a griddle. Now, a griddle is not a hot plate. It's probably I like them big. Let's make them big. Big man-sized pancake for Hank. You people probably brought him cake. We're going to have some pancakes. And the only thing I have to prove that I was on the Montel Williams show was this lousy mug. Anyways, now while that's cooking, and I have this standing by, we're going to talk about Father's Day, because dear old dads never get enough attention, do they? All the credit and love usually goes to Mom. Well, people have always said that I look like my mother, if you can see her, other than the fact that she's, well, dressed like a pilgrim there. Can you guys see her? And get a little, there's Mom, very young, very pretty. There's Mom. Hello, how are you? I look like a pilgrim. She's going to kill me for that. Anyways, this is a picture of dear old Dad, who I've never quite looked like. And even though He's a milkman, and as you know, they say about milk. Oh, look at there. Dad looks like a movie star back then. I can totally see why Mom picked him up while he was working at the Frank's Exxon. And look down there in the second picture. There is dear old Dad with all that dark hair. And look at me. Am I not? Okay, and look at Dad. He's pointing at the camera. Now, don't you think that may have started something back then, telling me to look at the I'm cooking this now.
It's smoking.
Oh, it's not smoking. It's the bubbles. They're supposed to make bubbles, right?
No,
okay.
it's smoke.
It's not smoking. Okay, now we're going to flip it. Look, it's perfect.
It's a perfect pancake.
It's perfect. Now, I have noticed that more and more, I've become like my father. I look like my mom, but I have become my dad. They say over the years, you become your mother. It is so false. I look in the mirror, I look like my mom, but I have become my dad. Everything lately is, Justine, turn off that light. Lights aren't free. Justine, is that TV on in your bedroom and you're not watching it? That TV doesn't grow on trees. And I have started being the person on Christmas when you're unwrapping those presents who's like, come here, give me that wrapping paper. Why are people pointing at the pancake? It's getting a little puffy, it's fine. The people at Christmas who's like, give me that wrapping paper, we can reuse it. And my dad actually started a fad years ago. He was wearing these rubber bands all over his wrist. He actually started, I think he missed out and did not get the credit for the silly band phase. And my dad drives slower than molasses. Look at that. This is fine. Look, I'm flipping. Oh, look. Perfect. Hank, baby, you're going to eat that up later. Woo! We make another one. Look at that. I think you're supposed to get 4 out of here, but somehow I've only gotten 2. Anyways, so Dad, thank you for all the years of getting up at 2:30 in the morning. I don't even like to get up at 9. And driving to work and delivering all of that milk and being so supportive over the years and teaching your wonderful granddaughter, Justine, how to play baseball. Go Nationals! And I think I've proved, have I not, that there will be no more, and here's a picture from 16 years ago that I do hope that Hank, who's been the best crew member anybody could ask for of me 16 years ago, and there's Pia going, oh my gosh, catching the studio on fire, and Craig fanning the flames. And I think I'm showing pictures even then. Jeez. But we all survived. My hair is still intact. So Hank, we are going to miss you so. Okay, Hank's hair is not intact, and he's the one who pointed to it. I don't think I had anything to do with that, maybe. But Hank, we're going to miss you so much at the Arlington Weekly News. And Dad, happy Father's Day. I know this is kind of a cheap Father's Day gift, but I love you, and thanks for always being there for me. Happy Father's Day. We love you.
All right, thank you, Pia and Amy Sue and Justine and Real Live Pancakes for that tribute to the one and only Hank, who's been back there. Well, he's behind the camera now, camera 2, and he's been our chief news writer and pronunciation guide expert, among other things, and great storyteller as well. Thanks for that tribute to Hank, and thank you, Hank, for everything that you've done for us for about 20-plus years.
20-plus years. Thank you so much,
the
Hank.
Arlington Weekly News. We'll miss you. Come back and see us. We'll probably still be here.
We'll
Anything
definitely
else to add?
Well, thank God he's behind the camera.
He's on the other side of the camera.
You know.
Well, I tried to get him, coax him to come out here, but he's reluctant. So we'll.
Yeah, it's better off stay behind the camera.
Okay, I'll tell him you said that. All right, that's a wrap for this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Thanks for watching. Have a safe week.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.